Hi everyone, and welcome to the course CompXM CompXM Business Simulation, the complete guide. My name is Dror Hashai, and in the upcoming videos, I'm going to teach you everything that you need and going to give you all the tools that are needed in order to do great in this simulation. By the end of the course, you are going to be able to do the following. You are going to be able to set the decisions in the best way possible, confidently, in the way that guarantees that you're going to get the best grade possible. Now, since you're a student and you probably care and you should care about the grade, I can guarantee to you that if you're going to follow the process based on my experience with my many students over the years, that you can expect a very good score, in many cases even close to perfection. And lastly, and in my opinion the most important part, since in many cases professors expect you to explain what you did to make sure that it wasn't an accident or a fluke, you are needed to be able to explain your thought process, your decision making, your strategy, your logic, and etc. So after completing this course, you are going to have in-depth understanding and you are going to be able to explain all of the above. With that being said, let's move on to the next part. Before we continue with the guide, I would like to take a few minutes to introduce myself. My name is Dror Hashai, nice to meet you. I'm an electrical engineer with nearly 15 years of experience by now. I have an MBA in business management, that is also where I first encountered this course of business simulation. I'm a PMP certified project manager and I'm a lecturer and private tutor in many fields, especially electricity, project management, and business simulation, what we are doing right now. After graduation, I really enjoyed playing, so I wanted to continue and do that, so I went on to compete in the CompXM Challenge. For those who are not familiar with it, it is a global competition for students who finish the simulation and want to play against each other. I did quite well, but sadly I only finished second place. So if you look at the icon, I'm not the guy on top who is celebrating, I'm the one right next to him who looks a little bit bummed out. Jokes aside, it was a really good experience and I really enjoyed it, and I would recommend anyone else to do the same. Here I wrote down my email. In general, I'm not a difficult man to find. You can find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, in the details below, or in a simple Google search. And in case you have any questions, suggestions, you want to ask me about any other topic, then you are more than welcome to reach out and I will try to respond as soon as possible. I promise we will soon get to the actual part of the guide, but before that I would like to take a few minutes and share with you how and why this guide was created. So as I mentioned earlier, when I was a student during my MBA, that is when I first encountered the course of the business simulation. So I really liked it right from the start, and I studied really hard based on the material that was available to me back then, which is not as good as the material that there is today. So I really enjoyed it and I did quite well. So after graduation, I went on to compete at the CompXM Challenge, and after that, I still wanted to continue play. So I want to help other students. So I went to tutor students who needed my help, and at some point, I started to have too many. And even though I got really good feedback, I started to feel that I tend to repeat myself, and it got a little bit too repetitive, and I wanted to help a wider audience of students. So what I did then was that I published a text-based guides and published them on Reddit for the CompXM Capstone and the CompXM CompXM, and also I made for the more visual learners a video course on Udemy for CompXM Capstone. So the next logical step was to make another video course, this time for CompXM CompXM. So I'm sure you're going to find it beneficial and helpful, and hopefully perhaps even entertaining. So with that, let's move on to the next part, which is the strategy.